Hi guys, I am Miss Davis. You may have me for English, you may have someone else, but I'm sending out this tutorial for those of us who are using digital notebooks. So we spent quite a bit of time first week going over this, but for transfer students, I wanted to make sure that you guys had pretty much the same amount of tutorial and instruction to make sure that you guys know what's up with the digital notebook. Um, so I'm going to be going over today kind of how to do the basics, and at any point if you want to refer to this video to figure out what the heck you're doing with your notebook, this will be a good place to do it. So you'll see here that I have my English 4 notebook pulled up. Basically, when you come into yours from Schoology or however you have it shared to you, in your copy, you're going to want to make sure that your name, first and last name, are in this text box in the middle for your cover, so that if we're coming in to grade your notebook, we can see exactly who it belongs to and make sure that there's no confusion there. So this is your cover page. It might change per quarter, but this is the first quarter notebook cover. The second page in the notebook is basically what I'm going to be showing and telling you guys today. It's just instructions for how to use it. So the first step, you're going to rename your copy of the notebook and make sure that your cover has your name on it. The second thing is that it has template slides. So you guys, if I scroll through here, you'll see that there's a slide for pretty much anything under the sun that we could think of to use for English. So there's everything from central idea to poetry breakdown to vocab breakdown to rhetorical analysis, pasta analysis, claim evidence commentary, bell ringers, and then there's a slide for quick writes and notes. So all of your pages or your templates are going to be up at the top underneath your cover and your instructions page. And then you'll hit around slide 13, you'll hit your table of contents. So as you guys can see, mine is pretty filled out for English 4 already. But basically what I want to show you guys today is, one, how to link these and make sure that they correspond to the slide number that your notes are on, and also how to add in a new page, title it, number it, and then come back up and put it into your table of contents. So that's what I'm going to be covering for the next few minutes. Hopefully this will help you guys when you're trying to figure out how the heck to use the digital notebook. It'll give you like a point of reference for your use, so you can figure out what's going on, especially if you're coming into English class and we're in the middle of doing stuff and you guys are like kind of sitting there like, whoa, 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 how does this work? This is going to be for you. So the first thing you're going to need to do is, you're going to want to, when you come in, let's say we're starting a new bell ringer, which is what I'm going to be showing you guys today, is how to do a bell ringer slide. It's the same process for any template, but basically for the point of having something to do, I'm going to show you guys how you would like come in on the first day of the week and set up your bell ringers. So let's say I come into class on Monday and I need to start a new bell ringer slide, because that's just what you do. You start a new slide per week. So I'll need to come down here into my templates, find my bell ringer slide, which is right here. It'll say bell ringers week question mark and page number, and it has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then you'll see that this is a template. What you do not want to do, which I'm going to put this preface and warning here first, is you do not want to say, oh, this is the bell ringer slide, let me come in here and start typing, because then you will not have a bell ringer template for the rest of your notebook. So in order to kind of divert that to and keep your template, what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to drag your mouse, so my mouse is here, drag it to the side left where you have all your slides listed here. You're going to want to hover over the template slide that you want to take, and you're going to right click. So if you're using like a mouse like this, you're going to actually hit the right click. If you're using a Chromebook, like most of you are, you're going to 2-finger tap on the touchpad of your Chromebook, and it is going to give you this menu right here. So once you get to this menu, you're going to want to scroll down all the way to duplicate slide. You're going to click duplicate slide, and basically what that does is it's going to make a copy for you. So this is your new bell ringer slide. This is yours to do with what you will. You have your bell ringer template up here for further use in the future. And now you have one that you can edit and change to match your class. So what you're going to need to do after you have a copy of it is you're going to click onto the copy and hold and drag it all the way down to the bottom of your notebook and drop it in. So you'll see that I have 25 slides, now I have 26 because I just moved this down to the bottom. And then we're going to kind of go over the process like you would in a normal notebook. You're going to need to title it, you're going to need to number it, and then add it to your table of contents. But obviously it's a little bit different because we are using digital notebooks. It's not the same and quick as easy as just like writing stuff in. You got to do a little clicking around and typing. So the first thing I'm going to do, and this is where I'm going to enter in real quick and say that if you are blind as a bat, like I am, you can actually come up into your view options at the top, come down to zoom, and find 100%, and zoom in if you have a hard time seeing the slides, especially on the Chromebook screens. They're a lot smaller than they are like as I'm looking at it right now on my huge monitor. So if you have a hard time seeing, you can always zoom in, and you can actually zoom in more than 100% if you're really blind, but this is like a pretty good reference for how big it pops up on the Chromebook where you guys will be able to see it. So the first thing you're going to do once you have your slide and you can see it well is you're going to want to come in here and you're going to number your page. So if I'm going in order from what my notebook already has, this is going to be page 12. So let's say it's the beginning of week 4, because when I'm filming this, or week 5, sorry, when I'm filming this, it is Tuesday, week 4 of school, or week 5, I just did it again. So I'm gonna come in here, this is, like on my slides up front, it says INB 12, which is the page number, and then you need to title it Bell Ringers week 5. So I come in here, I'm gonna put the page number as page 12, go into the title, and this is Bell Ringers week 5. So this is really simple. You just got to click into the text box, delete that question mark, and hit the number 5, and then you are good to go for your title and your page number. So once you have this, what I do is I'm going to immediately go add it to my table of contents, because if I do not do it now, when I'm thinking about it, I will forget. So I'm going to scroll back up. Sorry about that. I'm going to scroll back up to my table of contents, which is on slide 12. And then I'm going to come in here. Actually, let me unmove this. Come in here for Bell Ringers week 5, which is what I have linked here. You're going to want to highlight Bell Ringers week 5, type it, and then select the text. When you have it selected, you're going to right click again. So if you're using a mouse, it's actually right click. If you're using your Chromebooks, it's double tap with 2 fingers onto the touchpad. It'll pull up that same menu, except for this time, we're going for the link button, which is directly underneath comment. It says link and it has a little paper clip. You'll click that. It will pull up this menu. You're going to hit the drop down for slides in this presentation, and it's going to give you every slide. So I know that I just added that in as slide 26. So I'm going to select slide 26, hit apply, and there we go. It's linked. So now when I click this link and open it, it's going to take me all the way down to this slide that I just made, which is pretty nifty, and it's an easy way for when you guys get really far in your table of contents, you'll be able to click and go to that. Especially if there's an open note test or something and you're looking for something specific, say, oh, I need my rhetoric notes. Let me click this link and I'll go right to that. And it's just a simple way for you and us to see what pages are what. So then when you come in here for your Bell Ringer slide, you're gonna need to change the font especially for Kochas, to something that is able to be capitalized. So I always do Times New Roman. That's just like the MLA format that I do. My brain just gravitates towards MLA. And I know that Monday of this week was a teacher workday. So I'm going to come in here and type teacher workday. And if you really want to be fancy, you can put no Bell Ringer. But basically for each of these days, you're going to want to make sure that your font is something that can be capitalized. So for your gotchas, when you're coming in and correcting stuff, it's not writing all in caps like it would. I'll show you here with Luckiest Guy. If I start writing here, it's all going to be in caps, and there's no way to capitalize this font. It's just the cutesy way it shows up. So the reason we're going to want to make sure that we change this to Times New Roman is then you can actually see capital letters. So I know the I's are capitalized in this statement that I put here. So that is basically the rundown for the notebooks. If you guys have questions or if you need a refresher, you're always welcome to come back and watch this video. It should help you kind of figure out where you're at. The instructions are always going to be on slide 2 where this is written out and you can see it. And also, if you really get stuck, you can always ask your teachers because we've been using it, so we kind of have an idea of what's going on. But other than that, I hope this was helpful, or at least showed you guys kind of what was up with the digital notebooks and helped you guys that have come in and didn't know what was going on. And I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you maybe for another tutorial at some point.